this budget has addressed concerns of most people across India. It has also made a conscious effort to put more money into the people's hands to drive consumption and also focus on the sunrise industries, which not many budgets in the past have addressed. This is transformational, and I'm not making a statement ahead of time, but I think the effect of this budget you will feel over the next 2-3 years. And I think that's what it's all meant to be. Growth is not achieved in one day. Growth is a continual process, but this budget might well be the bedrock for India's next cycle of growth.
As you said that the expectation in the MSME sector.
Yeah, MSME sector is a sector that is in pain, great pain. But I think on the face of it, nothing exclusive might be there for them, but I think when you get into the details of the budget, you may find some important takeaways. Linked with all the MSME pain is also the pain that the NBFC sector has gone through. I think this budget has given a major thrust to that sector. So arising out of that thrust, you may find some good happening to MSME. It may not be apparent, but I think it is latent.
Particularly on the e-vehicles.
E-vehicles is going to be very transformational for India. If Japan was the go-to country for autos in the 80s, India should be the go-to countries in the next 2 decades for e-vehicles, which will transform transportation across the globe.
About the employment.
See, I think, every time we talk of employment, we need not necessarily look at traditional employment. 2 things, if you see, the electric vehicle industry itself is going to be a sector that's going to employ many people. The second is the huge focus given to startups. Now, let us not forget startups also employ people, but also creates the entrepreneurship spirit, ignites the entrepreneurship spirit amongst our youth. And I think as somebody who mentors, I mentor privately a lot of youngsters who are engaged in startups. I see a lot of value takeaway in the schemes that have been announced for startups.
What do you think about
See, in India, one budget doesn't solve all problems. Problems are solved on a continual basis. And from that standpoint, this budget might have laid the basis for addressing many of the present concerns, but addresses the future requirements also. See, Tamil Nadu's problem is one where the auto industries are undergoing some pain, but I think you will find that many of these things are being addressed even during the transition between the traditional vehicles that you have and to electric vehicles. And I think ancillaries have to retrain, reskill and re-engineer themselves to address the emerging opportunities.
And your rating?
See, I think it's very incorrect to rate a budget, but I think if you ask me, this is a very good, forward-looking, directionally forward-looking, transformational budget.